fully trusting cows and like people talking about gentle cows, and I realized in the middle of all that, I never really talked about how we gentle our cows down. This Aberdeen right here that's in here and tolerating me talking and everything else, when we got her, that's Louise, you can see her right here coming up towards the front. When we got her and her sister Barbara, they'd take off for the back 40 as soon as you come into the field. They didn't trust you. They were crazy cows. But we would set out. We started out, they wouldn't come into the corral. So we started out feeding close to the corral, standing there waiting for them. They would stand off, and then I'd eventually walk off. And each time just trying to force them to come. They want to come get the grain. I'm just forcing them to come get the grain. We just kept doing that until finally they would come up to the troughs while I was outside the corral. Then it became the process all over again. Right now you can see on the outside of the corral we got Minnie. Minnie does not like coming in the corral right now. So if you look over there close to where Barbara's coming in now, we've got a trough just outside of the corral. Purpose of that trough just outside of the corral, work on getting her coming up and trusting us. We started out feeding her way down the hillside. We just kept working the trough closer and closer, and she's worked her way closer and closer, and now, what do you want, huh? Sorry, they're getting, well, come here, Reba, come here. What's the matter, Reba? Huh? What's the matter? Here, you want a little grain? This is Reba, come here. Come on, Reba. Come on. Come on, you two both. That's Reba and Buck. Same thing, just working on them with hand feeding them. Reba, you kind of bit my finger. Well, you did. Alright. Let's look out. That's Louise, that's Barbara, those are the two Aberdeens. They were the two scaredest, craziest. Now we're going to go see about getting Grady and Penny up. Where are you two? So, one of the things that we'll talk about too, though, is like just being able to read body language. You can see we're trying to get those two calves over there, Minnie and Grady, we're trying to get them used to where they'll come back in the corral. One of the things that you got to be really aware of is body language. As you could tell, when Reba was taking food from my hand, she led with her nose was out. That's a curious pose. She's not showing any signs of aggression. She's curious, she's smelling, she's fine. When a cow's head comes up, their ears come forward and they're standing really rigid, almost trying to make themselves look tall. That's a cow that's on high alert. That's a cow that you want to watch out for. That's a cow that's becoming agitated. So, I mean, some of it is body language, just knowing, you know, which cows are giving you the signs of like, hey, stay back, you know, and which cows are just curious and just trying to check you out. But again, one of the biggest things is just get out here, spend time around the cows, talking to them, feeding them, and they'll get used to you, and eventually, you know, you'll have tame cows.